Hi, I'm Marybethj, and I'm just going to talk about this whole series of paintings and drawings and show some more images from this series as this piece, Before and After Butts from 2016, which is in Fred Danziger's collection. This is a series I started in graduate school, which was inspired by receiving way too many ads in my internet pages of advertising exercises and diets and surgical procedures to alter your body to have this like ideal kind of body. And as I looked into them for women especially, but also for men, there are these very definite ideal ways that each part of the body should be. So I was looking at ads for all of these different kinds of very specific procedures, targeting kind of more and more micro um, criticisms of the body. Um, this piece is a good example of toes. There's a ideal way that your toes should be shaped as a group. So it got me thinking about homogenization, how we are possessions of our society as much as we're our own possessions, you know, or more, or how much is either, and especially with women's bodies, how much control our culture has over the bodies, our most like primary possession of women's bodies. So again, this is a 5-year series, and as I was going, I was thinking about all these different kinds of bodies, but also in painting, ways of putting these images together and trying different modes of painting and different techniques of painting in these different panels. I thought a lot about movement. There's movement in these images as the bodies transform, and movement between these different people. I really wanted to focus on the diversity of these people and all of the different ways that these censored body parts can look, breasts and stomachs and hidden parts of bodies that are not the idealized image of bodies, because in media, in advertisements and films, what we see is the end product of all of these ads, where all of the bodies are conforming to an idea of how every single body should look, instead of this range of ways that all of our different bodies look. I'm just going to step back because this painting, so it's a 4 by 6 foot painting, and I explained, I had a class of kindergartners visit the show where this was hanging, and one of the kindergartners asked, what this was in a very concerned seeming way. But when I explained what I just said, that there are these pressures to make our bodies look the same, even though we're different people, the kindergartners just automatically got it. It was a really great moment. So as I went on, I started thinking more about the way there's painting and the idea of embodiment in painting, and it's kind of going the opposite way. Design, getting some paintings in design emphasis and some with more realism emphasis, and then generally over time I've had much more of a trend towards realism in these. A couple of these I tried doing these huge groups of people, and I think I'll probably do more of these. This is a 4 by 3 foot painting with I don't know how many people in it, maybe 50 people, a smaller version of that. Same idea. And then I've most recently done some that are just one person and all of their images, because I can get so much more specific when I just have that one person. And I think getting into the details of the image makes the um, presence of that person more more real, and the individuality of their body. Um, so this is also a series I take breaks from because it can get very depressing. So I have a couple other series of works, but this is something that has been really important to me, and very healing for me, or opened up ways of thinking about the world for me. Um, so thank you for looking or listening to this, and for attending the show.